And he's coming out again at the start of this round. Very aggressive, digging to the body with the punches. I'd have to agree with you. I'd have to put Jim Mullen ahead on my scorecard unofficially.
Well, Jim right now is being more the aggressive and actually hitting, more inside punches, whether he's going upward or straight with them. But he's throwing those short uppercuts and crosses and trying to go for the takedowns.
And even if they're not landing clean, their glancing blows are doing some damage.
Good right leg to the body of Hiriwa Tirangi by Jim Mullins now. And really, if you look at Hiriwa Tirangi, Don, he's really not throwing a lot in volume, and when he does throw, he's really not landed anything flush really on Jim Mullins.
I think he's getting tired. Take a look at Tirangi right now. Look at him. He's looking tired.
But I think the fatigue, is catching up to him.
Well, you can only take shots for so long, and it's going to wear you down.
But Jim keeps on throwing those 2 and 3s at a time.
And he's been pretty good at working the body. He's not just been a headhunter. I've seen him dig some rights to the body.
No question. He's utilized the whole body. He's gone to the legs, he's gone to the body, he's gone to the head.
I think Jim has basically done about a little of everything. Now he's working the legs. He's kind of been doing it all.
Nice stiff jab.
Maybe we should have wore those Speedos. I don't know.
Well, he's definitely taking them from side to side.
Nice uppercut, right hook.
Good little combo inside there. I think he took that round. What do you think,
yes,
absolutely. Well, Jim Mullins, he comes out, he's a busy fighter, he's a quick fighter. He doesn't try to load up all the time, but he's constantly coming at you. And that is what I think is surprising Tirangi. Tirangi comes in, he's more methodical, and here Jim Mullins is just all over him.
I think that Tirangi right now is loading up on each shot, whether it be a kick or a punch. But you find Jim, he's throwing them, rather he's not throwing them trying to knock out blows, but he's throwing them in combination 2s and 3s, short ones, but they do add up as they go along.
I like the fact that he's mixing it up too, Benny. He's the one, although not cleanly scoring takedowns, he's tried to do the grappling. He's tried to throw to Rangi. He's worked the legs. We've seen him work the legs. He's worked the hand combinations. I think Jim's pretty much been a well-rounded fighter tonight to his advantage.
I agree, Don. Right now, he's actually, he's tried everything. So far, he tried from wheel kicks to everything he hasn't tried yet is a jump kick yet. Oh, nice left cross.
Inside thigh sweep and come right back with that left uppercut. Jim, like we said earlier, he's not landing big, but he's landing consistent.
It's almost like a, hit and run, stick, and then gets out of the way.
That spinning back fist landed that time, Don. Some of the other ones weren't landing, but that one did land.
And the overhand right almost landed.
There you see Tirangi try to come.
Nice spinning wheel kick.
Yeah, but it just kind of drifted up there. Nice, clean score, but didn't have a lot behind it. Didn't have a lot.
You're right. He was off balance at the time, but to find a heavyweight to be doing something like that is you don't find too often.
I think we got a takedown here. I think Jim actually might have scored one here. No, he is calling it. The referee, I believe, did call that a clean takedown.
Called it for 1 point. There's that jab, and I'd like to see somebody lost the mouthpiece. That's Jim Mullins' mouthpiece. It just came out. Oh, good spinning back. It's over the top of the right hand. And how often do you see that happen? Tirangi, you don't see him bobbing. You don't see him weaving.
No, he's in trouble. He's definitely in trouble.
No, and his hands are really starting to drop on him now, Benny.
I tell you, Tirangi, he's almost like a stand-up fighter.
He's almost sitting down in the ring. He's tired.
Yes,
I think he's tired.
The wear and tear.
Here we are halfway through the 6th round, and there's still 2 long rounds after this. Mullins has really, utilized, all of his, professionalism. He's used the jab. He's used the spinning back kick. He's gone to the legs with the thigh kicks. He's tried to do, the takedowns, the Draka moves, and no question, he's dictating this fight.
I think he's got him in trouble. He's got him in trouble.
That's it, yeah.
He's got Rangi in trouble.
Yes,
All he
he's
needs
in trouble
he's
now.
crowding himself. He needs to back up and just pick his shot.
No question, Don.
And I think the exhaustion is catching up to Teranga right now. He's
Bell basically saved him on that one.
And
Yes,
there you even see him shaking his head as he's walking back to his corner. He's frustrated, there's no question. He's just eating a lot of leather tonight, guys.
Yes, he's taking a lot of punishment, and
No question.
I don't know if he thought that he was going to come over here and actually just take out Jim with a round kick like he's been doing with his other opponents. But Jim is really, you can see, Jim Mullen seems to really be not only a well-rounded fighter, but he absorbs well. He seems to know the ring. He seems to utilize it very well.
You know what I like most about Jim is the fact that he has done, as we said before, everything. He has attempted the takedowns. He has scored with a takedown. He has worked the legs, the body, and he's landed a few good telling blows with his fists. I mean, well-rounded fighter. We're here in Inglewood, California for the WWDF World Championship Professional Draka fights.
And you know, also what is really, surprised me is, most you see Jim breathing through his mouth every round, but every round he comes out and every round he starts putting them shots together. Some fighters, sometimes where they got a deviated septum.
Oh, big overhand right.
Big overhand right.
That's it.
They have problems breathing through their nose, so they breathe through their mouth, and they look a lot more tired than they really are. But because in every round, I've seen Jim breathing through his mouth like he's totally out of gas, and he comes out, and he comes out with action every round.
Well, Malenki, you announced my last fight, and you saw me breathing out of my mouth. I always breathe out of my mouth, whether I was tired or not, so maybe Jim's the same way.
Nice.
Because he's the aggressor, he's breathing out of his mouth, but he's the one throwing all the leather.
I've just seen Rangi stick his tongue out at Mullins.
Better watch that.
And I don't
lose
understand it because, what Rangi needs to do is start sticking out a right hand or a right leg because he's losing this fight. He's down on the cards, in my opinion.
I've never seen a fighter knocked out with a tongue.
Well,
There he attempted to take that
Yes,
again,
again.
Unsuccessfully, but
Still attempted.
he gets 2 points for an attempt here on my score.
Unofficial score.
Unofficial.
I give him an E for effort.
There we go. But he keep, I tell you, Hiriwa just keeps on walking forward, just keeps, keeps pressing it, keeps on coming forward, but he takes a lot of punishment, a lot of shots. He's been absorbing a lot.
Watch out for that tail. Here we go.
Yeah.
Another one. I think he hurt him.
Legitimate.
He hurt him with that takedown, though. It took something out of him. His head hit that bottom ring rope really hard.
Did. And you see Jim picked him up and then did a back leg takedown.
Yes.
As he took him down to the
hurt.
rope.
He's hurt from the takedown. Actually took some out of him. He's ready to go.
There it is, yes.
I think if Jim backed up through a kick, there it is. There's one.
He attempted it, Don. He
attempted.
must have been reading your mind. It just didn't land. That lands, it's over. And you see Jim now, he's holding on. He's saying,
He's a little
my
tired.
God, yes he is. But he's got the right to be. He's been throwing shots the entire night.
Now he's done it all. He's done the takedowns, the head kicks. Now, one thing we haven't commented on, Jim also has got the hair.
That's right.
He's got the cut.
Well,
Check that out.
He's definitely got the looks, that's for sure. But I tell you what, throughout the fight, Jim's actually, even though, I tell you, Hiriwa kept on walking forward, kept on pressing forward, but, Jim just kept on the one just collecting the point, collecting those kicks and punches, short, but constantly throwing them.
Well, to give credit to Rangi, I will say this. 3 rounds ago, I wasn't sure if he'd be here now. It's the 8th round, the last round. He's still here. He's still with us. He got thrown down hard. He got back up. He's still in this fight, but, he needs a knockout as we see it here at ringside. But I got to tip my hat off to him. He is still in the fight.
Yeah.
He's still coming forward.
Well, he came a long way, and, he's not going to lay down, that's for sure.
Could you come any further than New Zealand, Ben? Is there a country further from America than New Zealand?
And right there you see Mullins come out and immediately jump on him. And I think Jimbo really, as his friends call him, Jimbo, he wants the KO.
He wants a KO, and that could be dangerous for him because he's got a guy that needs a knockout to win.
That's true.
Okay, Jim looks like he's going to try that. And I think I might have seen a knee in there.
Well, you know what?
out of instinct.
Out of desperation, you know, you start throwing, and sometimes, oh, nice jump.
Attempted ball kick by Tirangi.
Well, I'll say this. He has landed some of the nice kicks, but they don't have anything on him, Benny.
That's true. You're
He's
right.
too tired.
You're right, Don. There's nothing behind him.
If they did, Jim would have been out of it.
But he's, you know what? He's still there. He's still in front of Jim, and he keeps trying.
He's still trying. You're right. There you go. He's
spinning back fist, you know.
Over the top with that left hand by Jimbo again. And he's, you know, being more conservative with his punches. Obviously, you know, Jim Mullins is tired from, he's in the last round of the fight. And if Jim's smart, he just take his time. He's winning the fight. Why take a chance? But that must just be the fighter in him.
Well, you know, you can tell, I mean, the wear and tear on both of them this last round, and they're both tired. But you know what? They're still there. They're still in front of each other. They're still throwing as tired as they are.
Well, Draka takes a lot out of you. When you can grab, tackle, throw, kick, punch, I mean, what else is there?
Without a doubt. I mean, this what makes the sport so exciting.
Oh! I think you might call that a souffle.
It was attempted throw.
He gave him 1 point. He gave a point for that. He did not that he needs it. Ten seconds left in the fight.
Yeah, that's it. That was for heavyweights. I mean, non-stop action throughout the round.
Action-packed. No pacing, no dancing away from each other, no staring, no stare down.
No.
They started making contact before the bell rang, if you remember. These are the guys that touched noses.
That's right.
And they didn't stop till the final bell in the 8th round.
Well, they definitely came to fight, without a doubt.
I think that's been the crowd pleaser of the evening. You know, they always like the heavyweights.
Well, I mean, to see heavyweights actually, I mean, Jim to be throwing so many different kicks and punch and throws, and I mean, as you said, Don, he tried everything.
He did it all.
Hey, Speedos or not,
that's right.
Jim Mullins came to fight tonight.
Without a doubt, Blicky, he sure did. But you know, you gotta give heart, man. You know.
Tirangi definitely came,
he hung
but you
in
know,
there.
he just didn't have enough tonight for Jim Mullins. He came, you know, every time he threw a shot, he was loading up on it, but he wasn't able to put it in a sequence. He wasn't able to get his rhythm going. It looked like he couldn't get off tonight.
By the time he landed his big kicks, they had nothing on him. Benny, you made a comment. A great spinning heel kick. It was great, except it landed flush and did no damage.
That's true.
So he was tired. When you land, that's your dream kick.
That's
when you
true.
land the dream kick and it doesn't do anything, you're tired.
Without a doubt, Don. I mean, you know, you know, Hiriwa.
Well, here we are at ringside. Our unofficial score is a unanimous decision for Jim Mullen. We're waiting now for the ring announcer to announce it. I don't think it's going to be much of a surprise for anyone. But I think the conditioning and the fact that Jim was a more versatile fighter, he did, as we said, a little of everything was the difference.
You're right, Don. You know, I tell you, Jim actually, he threw for a heavyweight, threw everything. Even in the kitchen sink, he threw. I mean, he threw everything.
And on the other hand, Rangi, he took quite a walloping tonight. It's going to be a long ride home for Hiriwa Tawangi.
Now we go to the ring, back to the ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. Judge Nelson Hamilton and Cecil People scored about 8-0. Judge A. Bilardo scored about 6.5 to 1.5. The winner by unanimous decision from the United States of America, Jim Mullen.
Well done. I tell you, that's...
How about a nice round of applause for
I kind of...
Hiriwa
I mean, we've all thought
from
the
New
same,
Zealand.
but you have to give, you know, Hiriwa, I mean, you know, he stuck it out. He gave it all he's got, but again, Jim pulled it off.
Right, I think there were too many techniques coming from too many different angles for Rangi to deal with it.
And that's really been a lot of, you know, Jim's success.